Chosen one, stop scrolling. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine interruption. God Himself is saying to you right now, do not get this message wrong. Take this seriously. I am ready to act. What you're about to hear is not just another message. It's a prophetic call to your spirit. If these words are reaching you, it's because heaven has singled you out for a radical, life-shaking move. God is about to flip your life upside down in ways you never imagined. Shocking changes, instant breakthroughs, and unimaginable favor. But listen closely. Many will be distracted. Many will doubt. Many will fall away because they cannot understand what God is doing. Don't let that be you. If you are here, you are marked. You are chosen. This is your moment to align yourself with heaven's plan. Before we dive into this life-changing word, do this right now. Pause, hit the like button, subscribe so we can reach 95,000 chosen ones, and drop the number 99 in the comments to signal heaven and amplify this word over your life. This is not superstition, it's alignment. And if you're truly chosen, you will stay with me to the end, because your spirit already knows. This message is for you. Now let's step into this urgent word from God that will transform your life forever. There are moments in life when the universe speaks directly to our hearts, moments when divine urgency breaks through the noise of everyday distractions. This message is one of those rare moments, a powerful and sacred warning from God Himself. It is not to be brushed aside or taken lightly because it carries the weight of destiny, a call that could change the course of your entire life. The world around you may seem chaotic, confusing, or even doubtful, but this message is a beacon of clarity, shining through the fog. Imagine a lighthouse standing firm amidst a violent storm, guiding lost ships to safety. That's what this message is. A divine light meant to pierce through the doubts and distractions that try to pull you away. God's voice is calling, urgent and clear. Do not misunderstand. Do not turn away. This is your moment. Ignoring this would be like turning your back on the very hands that have shaped your existence and prepared a path just for you. In times like these, faith must be your anchor and alertness your shield. The road ahead will not be ordinary. It will require courage, trust, and an open heart, willing to embrace what feels unfamiliar. Yet within that challenge lies the promise of transformation, blessings so profound that they will astonish even your wildest hopes. So hear this warning deeply. Prepare yourself fully, because what God is about to do is nothing short of miraculous. Every word you are reading right now is no coincidence. You are the chosen one, handpicked by divine will to receive this exact message at this precise time. Think about that for a moment. In a world of billions, amidst an endless sea of voices and distractions, your eyes are locked on these words for a reason that is far greater than chance. This is a sacred appointment, a divine handshake between your destiny and God's plan. When God chooses someone, it's never random. It's a deliberate selection, a sacred trust bestowed upon you. The fact that you are here means you have a role to play in a grand, unfolding story that that only you can complete. You might feel unworthy or unsure, but remember, the most significant figures in history were once ordinary people faced with extraordinary calls. Moses, Esther, David, they all stood where you stand now, uncertain but chosen. This message is a gentle yet firm reminder that you are not alone. You are part of a divine narrative crafted with love, purpose, and precision. The universe aligns for you, even when it seems like the world is against you. So receive this truth with an open heart. Your presence here is meaningful, your purpose undeniable, and your destiny ready to unfold. It's heartbreaking, but true. Many will hear this call and let it slip away. Distractions, doubts, fears, and misunderstandings will cloud their vision. Some will get discouraged when the changes don't immediately make sense or seem difficult to accept. But you, chosen one, must rise above these temptations. You are being tested not because God doubts you, but because your faith must become unshakable. Think of the countless stories of people who had the vision but lost their way. How easily the glow of promise can be dimmed by the harsh winds of distraction. Whether it's skepticism from others, inner fear, or the allure of comfort zones, these obstacles will try to pull you down. But you have a higher calling. You were chosen for a reason, and this message is a lifeline, a call to steadfastness. Do not be one of those who fall away. Stand firm. Anchor your spirit in the certainty that God's plans are good, even when they feel confusing or overwhelming. The path of breakthrough is rarely easy, but those who persevere are the ones who inherit the unimaginable blessings awaiting on the other side. Your strength now is the foundation for your future triumph. Prepare yourself, because God is about to move in ways that will surprise you beyond measure. These changes won't come gently or quietly. They will be bold, sudden, and unmistakable. Sometimes divine intervention feels like a storm, shaking the foundations of your life, uprooting old patterns and beliefs. But behind that storm is the hand of love, reshaping your destiny for the better. Consider the metaphor of a master sculptor working on a rough block of marble. The chisel strikes sharply, sometimes violently, but each strike brings the statue closer to perfection. So too will God's intervention in your life appear shocking at first. You may even question whether it's truly from Him. Yet every twist, every upheaval, every unexpected turn is designed to align your life with a divine purpose you have not yet fully grasped. This is no ordinary moment. It is a divine revolution. Be ready to embrace the extreme, the unexpected, and the intense, because that is where miracles are born. When God acts, the impossible becomes possible, and your life narrative is rewritten with glory and purpose. At times, the path of transformation feels alien. The changes may challenge your understanding and shake your beliefs. You might wonder, is this really God working in my life? It's natural to question when things don't align with your expectations or when blessings come wrapped in unfamiliar forms. But trust this truth. Every shift, every challenge is in your favor. Think about how a seed buried deep in soil must break apart and endure darkness before it can sprout and grow toward the light. You too must go through this phase of apparent uncertainty and upheaval. What feels strange and uncomfortable now is the soil nourishing your growth. God's favor doesn't always come as gold and applause. Sometimes it comes disguised as disruption that leads to breakthrough. Embrace these changes with an open heart, knowing that divine wisdom is far beyond human understanding. The universe is conspiring for your good, weaving circumstances that will elevate you, expand your influence, and bless your life beyond what you ever imagined possible. Right now, at this very moment, your life stands at a crossroads, one that marks a significant turning point ordained by God. This is a moment of reckoning, a time when the old ways fall away and a new chapter begins. The decisions you make today will echo through your future, shaping your destiny in ways that are both powerful and permanent. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast cliff, the horizon filled with endless possibility. This is your leap of faith, your moment to trust God's plan and move forward with confidence. The past, with all its struggles and limitations, is behind you. Ahead lies a future shimmering with promise, opportunities, and divine favor. Recognize the sacredness of this turning point. It is a divine invitation to release fear, to break free from doubt, and to step boldly into the life God has prepared. When you say yes to this moment, you unlock blessings that will transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. One of the most astonishing signs of God's intervention is how relationships will suddenly shift in your favor. People who once doubted you will begin to respect you. New alliances will form, opening doors you never thought possible. Old toxic connections will fade away, making room for relationships that uplift and empower your soul. Think of relationships like a garden. When the right season arrives, the flowers bloom overnight. God's timing is perfect, and at this turning point, your social and professional circles will experience a sudden, beautiful transformation. Those who matter will be drawn to your light, while others who no longer serve your growth will quietly step aside. These shifts are not accidental, but deliberate acts of divine orchestration. Be ready to embrace new friendships, mentorships, and partnerships that align with your purpose. The people God brings into your life now are part of the bigger picture of your breakthrough. Prepare to see your reputation soar and your social authority rise like never before. God is elevating you in the eyes of your community, your workplace, and beyond. This sudden rise is not based on worldly measures alone, but on the divine favor that surrounds you, giving you credibility, honor, and influence. It's as though a spotlight is shining on you, revealing the unique gifts and strengths you possess. People will seek your wisdom and guidance, recognizing that you carry something special, a connection to divine truth and purpose. This rise will open doors for career advancement, leadership opportunities, and public recognition. Remember, with great elevation comes great responsibility. Use your newfound influence to uplift others, to be a beacon of hope and inspiration. Your respect is a tool to make meaningful change, and God is trusting you to steward it wisely. God's blessings are about to flood your life in ways that defy human comprehension. These are not small favors or fleeting moments of luck. They are deep, lasting, and transformative blessings that will touch every area of your existence. Financial breakthroughs, emotional healing, spiritual awakening, and new opportunities will all manifest with overwhelming abundance. Think about times in history when divine blessings shifted entire communities overnight. The story of Joseph rising from prison to palace, or the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, reminds us that God's blessings often come as dramatic shifts that seem impossible until they happen. Your story is on the verge of such a breakthrough. Prepare yourself to receive without hesitation or doubt. Blessings require open hands and open hearts. When you are ready, God will pour out favor so abundantly that your life will become a testament to His goodness and power. Words are powerful, and declaring your readiness aloud is the key to unlocking God's intervention. Speak with conviction. God, I am ready for your intervention in my life. This declaration is more than just words. It is a spiritual contract, a clear signal to the heavens that you are open, willing, and expectant. Think of this declaration as ringing a bell in the spiritual realm, awakening the forces of heaven to move on your behalf. When you verbalize your readiness, you align your spirit with God's timing and plan. Doubts fade, fear dissolves, and faith takes center stage. Make this declaration daily. Let it be the anthem of your heart, the fire that fuels your faith. When you say these words, you are opening the door for divine miracles to walk in, no matter how impossible they may seem. It's not enough to be ready. You must also set a crystal clear intention to accept whatever God's plan entails. This means surrendering your own agenda, trusting in the divine wisdom that sees beyond the horizon. Clarity of intention is a powerful force that shapes your reality and invites God's intervention. Imagine aiming a laser beam. The clearer and more focused your intention, the more powerful the result. When you commit with clarity, you are planting a seed that God's grace will nurture into full bloom. Even when the path gets tough, your intention keeps you anchored and aligned with divine purpose. Take time each day to affirm your intention. Write it down, meditate on it, and live it out with every step you take. This clarity will magnetize the blessings and changes God is ready to bring into your life. Hesitation can be the enemy of destiny. When God moves swiftly, waiting or resisting only slows down the process and causes unnecessary pain. This is a call to unwavering obedience, to trust even when the way is unclear. Your readiness is a gift that honors God's timing and power. Think about the stories where hesitation caused delay. The Israelites in the wilderness, or Peter stepping out onto the water but then doubting. The difference between breakthrough and setback often lies in your willingness to act promptly and faithfully. Commit now to stay fixed and ready. Don't let fear or doubt whisper lies into your heart. Your obedience is the key that unlocks the door to God's promises. The divine is waiting for you to step forward with courage. Prepare for a sudden flip in your life, a complete turnaround that will surprise you and those around you. What once seemed impossible or out of reach will become your new reality overnight. This is the hallmark of divine intervention: swift, undeniable, and utterly life-changing. Imagine waking up one day to find your circumstances completely transformed, relationships healed, opportunities multiplied, and a new sense of purpose burning within you. This flip will be so dramatic that you will know without a doubt that God is working on your behalf. This moment will be a testimony for generations. When your life flips, it will inspire others to believe in the power of faith and divine timing. Get ready to share your story, not just as proof of change, but as a beacon of hope. Sometimes God's work doesn't fit the mold we expect. The changes might come disguised as challenges or disruptions. Don't mistake the form for the source. Behind every upheaval, there is a loving hand guiding you toward a higher purpose. Consider the story of Joseph, who endured betrayal and imprisonment before becoming a ruler. At the time, his suffering looked like failure, but it was God's hand shaping a destiny greater than he imagined. Your journey may follow a similar path of apparent hardship that leads to divine triumph. Trust the process, even when it feels confusing or uncomfortable. God's fingerprints are on every moment. Keep your eyes open for the subtle signs of his guidance, and remember that love is the ultimate force behind every change. Finally, prepare your heart with expectation and faith. The promises of God are not distant dreams. They are on the verge of manifesting in your life. This preparation is a sacred act of aligning your spirit with the divine will, opening yourself fully to receive the blessings waiting for you. Think of this preparation like tuning a musical instrument before a grand performance. When your heart is ready, the melody of God's blessings flows smoothly and beautifully. Guard your heart against fear and doubt. Fill it with hope, gratitude, and unwavering belief. The manifestation is near. Your life is about to be transformed in ways you have prayed for, dreamed about, and longed to see. Stand firm, beloved one, for God's promise is coming, and it will be more magnificent than you can imagine. Breakthroughs rarely come when we expect them, and almost never in the form we imagine. But when God moves, he shatters limitations. He opens doors that were bolted shut for years. And for you, chosen one, a supernatural breakthrough is not just coming, it's already being formed in the unseen. Prepare yourself. The shackles are breaking, the walls are falling, and the heavens are aligning on your behalf. You've waited, you've prayed. Now, the divine response is moving into action. This breakthrough won't be something you can neatly explain. It will be the kind that leaves even your enemies speechless and your closest friends in awe. Your breakthrough will be sudden, overwhelming, and deeply personal. It will touch your relationships, your finances, your purpose, and even your physical and emotional well-being. This is the kind of shift that generations before you prayed for. And now, it's about to land in your lap. But to receive a breakthrough beyond imagination, you must shed small thinking. Stop anticipating little fixes. God is not interested in just adjusting your life. He is interested in transforming it. If you think too small, you'll resist what God wants to do. Open your heart wide, lift your faith higher than it's ever been, and dare to believe that what's coming will be beyond anything you've dreamed. Let this be your declaration. I am ready for the breakthrough I can't explain. I am expecting the miraculous. Watch how the divine begins to shift the atmosphere around you. It starts with expectation. God does not do average things for chosen people. What's coming next is not average. It's extraordinary, and it has your name on it. God specializes in the unexpected. Often the greatest opportunities come from places you weren't even looking. Just when you feel like every door has been slammed shut, God creates a door where there was no wall. These divine doors will open without force, without striving. They will open because favor follows obedience. Think about the stories of divine elevation in Scripture. Joseph was in prison when Pharaoh's door opened. David was tending sheep when a door to the throne was unlocked. What does that tell you? It means your current situation has no power to stop your future, and the next open door will come not through your effort, but through God's orchestration. Be watchful. These doors may not look like what you expected. They might come disguised as a phone call, a delayed opportunity that suddenly reappears, or a new relationship that feels too good to be true. But when the divine is behind it, things align effortlessly. Doors that others had to fight for will swing open for you because God is the one turning the key. This season, walk in full awareness. Every day, wake up and say, God, show me what I cannot see. Lead me to the doors I didn't expect, because behind those doors are blessings you didn't apply for, rooms you weren't invited to, but will be placed in, because God appointed you, not man. There are moments when years of struggle are undone in a single instant. God doesn't always work in long, drawn-out processes. Sometimes He chooses to shift everything in the blink of an eye. That's the kind of moment you are walking into. Your life can change overnight, and the evidence of God's hand will be undeniable. You might be in a season that feels slow or stagnant, but God is not on pause. He is preparing a divine acceleration that will sweep through your life like a rushing wind. When it comes, relationships will shift, money will come, doors will open, and old burdens will lift. What used to take years will happen in days, even hours. Think about how Jesus turned water into wine instantly, how Paul was transformed from persecutor to preacher overnight. These are not myths, they are patterns of divine action. If it happened for them, it can happen for you. But you must believe it. You must expect the sudden and live in a posture of readiness. Start imagining it now, the call that changes everything, the opportunity that seems to fall from the sky, the healing that arrives without warning. God is not limited by time. He is the Lord of it. And when He says it's your moment, nothing can stop what's about to shift. One word, yes, has the power to reshape your destiny. When you say yes to God's intervention, you give heaven permission to move. That one decision is the spark that ignites transformation. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about surrendering and trusting that God knows what He's doing. Too often we hesitate. We want control. But real breakthrough only comes when you release control and say yes, even when you don't understand. Remember Mary? She said, "Be it unto me according to your word," and became the vessel for the greatest miracle ever known. That's the power of yes. Your yes is more than agreement. It's alignment. It tells the heavens, "I trust you. I choose faith over fear. I choose surrender over resistance." When you say yes, the divine begins to orchestrate things on your behalf. Plans are rearranged. People are moved. Resources are released. All because you dared to say, "God, I'm in." Don't underestimate what happens when a chosen one opens their mouth and gives a full-hearted yes. If you've been unsure, this is your moment. Speak it aloud. "Yes, God, I am ready. I accept your plan." That whisper will echo in heaven and trigger the miraculous. Resistance to divine change is more dangerous than you think. When you resist what God is trying to do because of fear, comfort, or confusion, you are not stopping God, but you are delaying your blessings. Delay is not always a demonic attack. Sometimes it's disobedience in disguise. God will never force transformation. He invites it. He prepares it. But it is up to you to participate. If you keep clinging to your old ways, your old circle, your old mindset, you will miss the miracle trying to reach you. Breakthrough cannot coexist with resistance. Let go of the fear of the unknown. If God is leading you away from something, it means He has something better ahead. If He's shaking things up, it means something stagnant has to go. Trust that the same God who brought you this far isn't trying to harm you. He's trying to bless you beyond what you imagined. You can't walk into the promised land holding on to Egypt. Resistance delays, but surrender accelerates. So today, drop the weight of fear. Say, "God, I release what I don't understand, and I trust you." That simple shift can put you back in position to receive everything you've been praying for. In this season of supernatural shifts, you will need more than just physical strength or emotional intelligence. You will need spiritual power. God is calling you to rise in your inner strength, to cultivate the resilience and boldness that only comes from being rooted in His presence. This isn't about religion. It's about relationship. It's about staying spiritually fueled so that when the winds of change blow, you won't be tossed around by doubt or fear. You must anchor yourself in prayer, worship, and the Word. This is your armor, your fuel, and your fire. The enemy isn't fighting you because you're weak. He's fighting you because he sees the strength rising inside you. He knows what's coming if you don't give up. That's why now is the time to dig deeper. Fast, pray, speak life, declare God's truth over your situation daily. Feed your spirit until it's stronger than your circumstances. You are not walking through this season alone. God is with you, strengthening you every step of the way. But you must tap into that strength. You must train your spirit the way a warrior trains their body. Because what's coming next will require strength, but it will also reward you with glory. You've walked through fire, pain, confusion, and loneliness. But it was not for nothing. Your struggle was preparation, and now the glory is coming. Every tear, every delay, every rejection was God chiseling away at what could not stay in your next season. Now, your rise is not only promised, it's inevitable. Think about the butterfly. The cocoon season feels dark, restrictive, and lonely. But it's necessary. Without it, there's no transformation. You've been in a similar cocoon, but now the shell is breaking and wings are forming. Your time to soar has come. God never wastes pain. He transforms it into purpose. And you, chosen one, are about to rise in ways no one expected, from the shadows into the spotlight, from forgotten to favored, from fighting to flourishing. Your past will not define you. Your resilience will. So don't hide your scars. Let them be proof that God heals, restores, and elevates. Let your story be the evidence of a divine plan that takes the broken and builds the powerful. Glory is coming, and it has been tailor-made just for you. In this divine shift, who you walk with matters. God is orchestrating new relationships that will not just inspire you, they will elevate you. These people will carry vision, wisdom, and divine connections. You won't have to beg for support. They'll come into your life ready to build with you. Let go of the ones who can't see your calling. Stop trying to explain your growth to people who are not meant to go where God is taking you. The next season requires covenant relationships, not convenience-based ones. Expect mentors, partners, friends, and divine allies to enter your life with purpose. These relationships will feel different, peaceful, aligned, uplifting. They will challenge you, yes, but also empower you. You will feel seen, heard, and valued, and they will push you toward purpose, not pull you back into comfort. That's how you'll know they are from God. Pray for discernment. Ask God to remove every counterfeit connection and replace it with real divine partnerships, because who walks with you will determine how high you rise, and you're meant to rise far, fast, and fearlessly. God is not just restoring your spirit, He's also preparing a financial outpouring that will change your life. Miracles are coming to your bank account, your business, your career path, and your purpose-driven pursuits. Where there was lack, there will now be overflow. Expect unexpected income, divine promotions, business opportunities that align with your calling. Clients, investors, and partners are being moved by God to find and bless you. Even debts that weighed you down are being erased by divine favor. Because when God provides, He does it in abundance. But remember, this blessing is not just for you, it's through you. You will be blessed to be a blessing. Use this overflow to uplift others, sow into good ground, and build what God has called you to build. There's no guilt in abundance when it's used with purpose. Start declaring this now. I am ready for divine provision. I receive every financial and career blessing meant for me. Align your heart with stewardship and your hands with purpose. The miracle is already on its way. Respect isn't something you beg for. It's something God gives when it's time to reveal your true worth. You've spent years being overlooked, underestimated, even disrespected. But all of that is changing. Respect is rising like the sun over your life. People who once dismissed you will now watch in awe. Influence is being added to your name, not for fame, but for impact. God is giving you a voice in rooms you never imagined, platforms you didn't apply for, and favor in circles where your name was never mentioned until now. This influence will not be shallow. It will carry weight and authority. You will speak, and people will listen. You will lead, and others will follow. Because God has anointed your voice, and when He exalts, no one can demote. Get ready. The crown is coming, and with it, the influence you were always meant to walk in. Use it wisely, humbly, and with full awareness that this is your season of divine elevation. Distractions are one of the enemy's most subtle yet powerful weapons. When you're on the verge of breakthrough, sudden chaos, unnecessary drama, and unexpected delays will show up to knock you off course. But you must recognize them for what they are. Not signs to quit, but signs that your blessing is dangerously close. Stay focused. This is not the time to be spiritually sleepy. You need to build a holy tunnel vision in this season. When challenges come, and they will, you must keep your eyes on the promise, not the problem. You've already come too far to turn back now. The storms are loud, but your purpose speaks louder. Don't let a temporary setback cause you to question a permanent calling. What God put in motion for your life will not be stopped by a bad day, a rude comment, or an unexpected delay. Remember, even Jesus was tempted to take his eyes off his mission, but he remained anchored in the truth of who he was and what he came to do. You must do the same. Arm yourself with scripture, prayer, and unwavering trust.